To the faculty and staff at WGU, thank you for all that you've done to help us get here today. To the loving families and friends who are watching online and in person, who've been there through the good and the stressful moments in this process, thank you for all your help and staying with us. To my fellow graduates, in a few minutes, when we walk up on stage as who we've been until this moment, we have an opportunity to decide that if that same person walks off the stage, or if it's someone new taking your seat. Many of us get stuck in life doing something we didn't choose. Circumstances lead us down a path, and we get stuck following it, not feeling like we can change. I know that was me until I found WGU. When I tell people that I'm from Niagara Falls, they imagine the picture-perfect postcard image of what Niagara Falls is today. But when I grew up there, it was a struggle. Niagara had been decimated in the 90s. There were no jobs, no future, and no hope. My family struggled to get by, sometimes even diluting milk so it lasted a bit longer. The friends I grew up with didn't see a future for themselves. Some turned to drugs and alcohol, and their lives spiraled. Thankfully, many lived to see a brighter future, but others didn't. For me, my opportunity presented itself when an instrumental music program came to my school. I picked up a French horn and immediately showed promise. Everyone around me saw that this was something that could break me out of the cycle. My family worked endlessly to make it happen. People from my church chipped in for lesson fees, and teachers helped find scholarships and bursaries for me. My whole community was rallying behind me, but that also made it harder to consider doing anything else. I couldn't let anyone down. By the time I was 12 years old, I was spending 24 hours a week playing my instrument in 9 ensembles, not just with other children, but in groups with grown adults who had been playing their whole lives. I got good quick, but the cost was that I didn't get to be Natalie. I was Natalie the horn player to everyone. At the age of 14, I started working to offset the costs. Between work, practice, and performances, I had a full-time job on top of school. I had nothing else because I couldn't have anything else. I pushed like this all the way through university. I couldn't say no to an opportunity because I was afraid everything would come rumbling down. The few times I tried saying no because of illness, I had instructors and conductors threaten to ruin my career for it. I kept pushing, and it was paying off. I was playing professionally in Toronto. I even performed with the National Ballet of Canada Orchestra. I was getting a taste of my future. But you can only push so much until something snaps. For me, it was a tendon in my neck. That meant my professional dreams were shattered. Up until that point, my entire life was based around a decision made when I was 9 years old. And from one note to the next, I lost everything. I fell into a deep depression, developed agoraphobia, and I moved listlessly through life for a few years, trying to think of anything I could be good at. I eventually found the wine industry, and I loved it for a time. I met some wonderful people, but it didn't seem like it was going to be my future forever. My now husband, Jordan, and I moved in together around this time. He had just enrolled at WGU to chase a dream of joining Microsoft through what was then called the Autism Hiring Program. Seeing him dream bigger and bigger encouraged me to start dreaming again too. And once he got the job at Microsoft, I thought, I couldn't do that, could I? Well, it turns out that I could, and I did. 3 years ago, almost to the day, Jordan and I were here together receiving our computer science degrees. And Jordan was standing here, where I am right now. And me, somebody who had always been too afraid to chase something because they wanted it, thought to myself, next time that's gonna be me up there. That's how much I changed in this process. I'd gone from decisions being made for me to seeing and chasing after what I wanted. And so here I am today, standing up on stage speaking to you. And together, Jordan and I both fulfilled our dreams. We're both living here in Seattle and working at Microsoft. Since joining, thank you. Since joining Microsoft, I've had the chance to finally be recognized for something other than music. I won't lie, it's been terrifying at times. It's all new all of the time. But there's so many opportunities I didn't know existed, both in making things and also helping others. In the last year, I've been featured in the New York Times in an article about the neurodiversity program at Microsoft. I've spoken to a global audience for Microsoft's Ability Summit, and even won a company-wide award for my contributions to the neurodiversity community. This process has dared me to dream. That's what pushed me back to WGU to get my master's in data analytics, to find opportunities to help even more people. Seeing a world outside of struggle and obligation is hard when it's all you've known. But by peeking through the cracks and daring to dream, you never know where you'll end up. For my fellow graduates, please take this gift that WGU has given us and use it to help those that you love chase their own futures. For everyone here who can resonate with feelings trapped or stuck by choices made for them, by bad luck or by circumstance, you now have an opportunity. You get to decide if the person that walks out of this arena today is the same person that walked in. In helping us along our paths, I hope that you've also had the chance to see that change is possible, and that with our support, it can be you up here next time. I hope that being here today can be the motivation that helps you chase your dreams and follow the path that you were meant to be on. The several hundred people in front of you today are all doing this, all making a change, all chasing a dream. So celebrate with us today, and let us celebrate with you when you choose to chase your own. Thank you. Let's go, Night Owls.